What on earth was that? What are we trashing here?
Sounds like somebody
All
dropped a
right.
bunch of silverware.
Now I'm just waiting for. Oh, now I am streaming into Instagram and we're live. We're hot.
Yay!
Good evening, everybody, to this special Tuesday edition of Sawdust Talk, which is going to throw off my entire week because it's all based on the rise and fall of Sawdust Talk on Wednesdays. So, as far as I'm concerned, there's only 2 more days in this work week.
Yep.
But
So Thursday's going to be your Friday.
that's
I'm
right. I'm
on
just
that.
gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna phone it in on Friday. It doesn't count. But welcome to another episode of Sawdust Talk. I'm Braden with Little Bug Woodworking. Little Bug Woodworking. I've never said that word before. Oh, and here's CJ.
How bad is this right now?
It's great.
Looks
And the
great.
best part is we're already live, so it's already happening. So it's
Oh, well,
just
that's
gonna work.
wonderful. I'm glad everybody's as happy with the results as I am. I
We're
am now.
full sending it tonight, as the kids would say. We're just full sending.
Yeah. No,
Every
I
episode
am,
with Hannah is just a full yeet.
yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
But
So I'm Braden with Little Bug Woodworking. I do a little bit of everything. I have a CNC. I do flat work. I just make it all up as I go. I just got this cool laser. Really pumped about it. So that's me. I'm a laser boy now. TJ, who the heck are you?
I'm TJ with TJT Workshop. I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri. Most of the woodworking I do gets spun around really fast on a lathe, but I also do some 3D printing. He said gesturing to an invisible 3D printer. There we go. And I do welding and metal work, and I do flat work with woodwork also. So I'm just kind of all around handy fella.
And then we have our special guest. We have 2 special guests tonight, which is double the fun. We have Hannah from Surf Prep, who is actually one of our sponsors as well. So we have to thank you in person tonight. Thank you, Surf Prep. We love them. We could do what we do
Yep.
without them.
Best with Mike any day.
And then we
Guest.
have Mike from Woodworker versus Cancer, and now this year make the Makers for St. Jude Maker Challenge.
Yes.
Mike, what's up, bud?
Thanks. Hey, how's it going, everyone?
So all right. So we just finished up the September through end of October, September through November Makers Challenge that you organized, and all of that money went to St. Jude's. So why don't you tell us, for anybody that hasn't been involved, give us a little bit of background on kind of how the Makers for St. Jude project got started, and then what we've been doing this last 2 months.
Yep. So I've been a hobby woodworker for 20 years. 2 years ago, I started Woodworker versus Cancer, and that was at my 49-year childhood cancer survivor anniversary. So I did that to try to raise money within that year, going to my 50-year childhood cancer anniversary. And I set a goal of 33,650, which I thought it was going to be tough. But in that year, I ended up raising $10,000 for St. Jude all through woodworking. So St. Jude sent a film crew to my shop to tell my 50-year childhood cancer survivor story. And they also wanted to start getting into doing filming people that how they use their hobbies and stuff to raise money, because they film all kinds of patients and all that, but they wanted to get more into showing how people use their hobbies to raise money. So then I kind of came up with the idea to get other makers involved, because if I'm doing it, other people can. So, and, there's so many different talented people out there with different mediums. There's epoxy people, there's woodworkers, there's people that use a lathe. So that's how I kind of came up with the Makers for St. Jude idea. And I launched it the end of January, and the Instagram account had 0 followers. And my personal Woodworker versus Cancer account isn't big either. It had probably 400 or 500 followers. So I just started contacting people I followed, trying to get people interested. And, and then on Sawdust Talk, it was on, I think, the end of July, and we were talking about it. and somebody brought up the idea to do a childhood cancer challenge. So that was a great idea. And then September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm like, well, let's do something starting with Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and then do 3 months where people can raffle stuff, sell stuff, or just fundraise however they want. So, and then, obviously Sawdust Talk came on board, and Surf Prep came on board to help us. So, I mean, it's been great because, having no followers with the Makers for St. Jude account, Surf Prep and Sawdust Talk have been great helping spreading the word. So grateful for what both of you have done for that.
All right. Don't panic. I'm going to push a button. There we go. So, and then Hannah, Surf Prep got involved, and there was a childhood cancer kind of connection there. How did Surf Prep get involved?
Well, this dude named Braden from Little Bug Woodworking, he reached out and he said, hey, I know this guy, Mike. And then Mike and I got on the phone, I think the first day you sent that email. And it was so cool just getting to talk to Mike and hear his childhood cancer story. And we have been touched at our business by childhood cancer multiple times. So we have someone named Tina White. She has been with our company, I think, over 20 years. I think she's over the 20-year mark. She joined our company a couple months after her son, Keaton, died. He was 12 years old. He died before his 13th birthday, or it might have been he died the day after his 13th birthday. Terrible, from osteosarcoma, so cancer of the bone. He passed away, and we've just seen how that has touched her life. And you hear about people like who donate to St. Jude and the amazing things that St. Jude does for children. So why, as an industry, would we not come together and help make money for families who are going through all of that? So it was really cool that you guys even wanted us to be on board with that. We were really blessed to be a part of it. And I appreciate you, Mike. It's crazy to say you become friends with people on Instagram, but I feel like we follow each other on our workout fitness apps and all that jazz now. So it's been
you find out that your husband rides a bike and all that. So
yep.
It's a small world.
Yep. And all of that came to fruition from Braden and Sawdust Talk podcast. So it's so cool how it came around full circle.
Yeah, and when I was talking to you, what I was trying to do was get people to donate the prizes for the makers, and you're like, I want to raffle a vacuum. I'm like, okay, and that was a great idea because your raffle raised $2,260.
So cool.
Yeah, I mean, and I tell people when you raffle something, in general, from what I've seen with St. Jude raffles and everything, people generally get 3 times what they would normally sell it for. And I think you sell your vacuum for $700, right? So you over tripled the value of that doing a raffle.
Yep, and we will gladly do it as every single year, as often as we need to join up with you guys. So we love
That's awesome. I love to hear that. Yeah,
Yep.
and the other thing with the raffles is, people are like, well, how long do I have to do it? And when I started out doing raffles, I usually do them for like a week to 10 days. Because as you found out, and a lot of other people found out, is you get about a third of your entries, like the first week. And then it trickles, and then all of a sudden everybody waits the last minute, and you probably got 70% of your entries that last week.
Yep, exactly.
I think it was like at 600 with a week left, and I'm like, oh, it's got to at least hit 1,000, and then boom, it's at 2,260. So it's just awesome that people donate that, and And the thing, the way we're doing it is we don't collect any money. People donate directly to the St. Jude site, so they get the tax deduction for buying a raffle ticket. So everybody wins with this.
Yep. Even if you lose, even if you didn't win the big prize, you're winning because you feel good for what your money's going towards. So
yep,
it's a win-win for sure.
Yeah, and when I was on Sawdust Talk, I should rewatch that episode because I said that I don't know how I'm going to do it. And this was July 27th. I said, we're going to hit 10,000 somehow. And when I said that, I'm like, I got to get working. This is going to be hard. So
Yeah.
But everybody came together. We started that childhood cancer challenge, and I just started sending people DMs on Instagram, and a lot of them just said, "Yeah, I'll do that." And they're thankful that I contacted them. People are thankful that I contacted, especially all the businesses. Also, we had I think 12 businesses donate prizes. We have $2,500 in prizes that we're going to give out tonight to the makers that actually did raffles, donated, or whatever. So, and they're very thankful too. They're like, yeah, what you're doing is great. So, but
Mhm.
it's just all of us coming together, and so we're right now at $10,967 raised. So we're $33 short of 11,000. So I think when we're done here, everybody's going to go to their couches, pull the cushions off, and I think we can find $33 and change in everybody's couches.
Oh.
I bet we could hit $33 just in the next couple minutes. Somebody in the live is just going to donate $33. I got a feeling.
Yeah. And the Instagram is at Makers for St. Jude. So all the links are there. But yeah, the childhood cancer challenge, that was great. It was, I didn't know how long to do it for, but I think 3 months was a good time.
Yeah.
And then, get it done now, and then we can do the raffles, because now everybody's busy, especially, people that do Etsy and everything. They're all busy with holiday orders and crafts and all that. So.
Totally.
So, Mike, you've, even before this project, you made stuff, and everything that you made, all your proceeds just went to St. Jude. So what have you been working on lately? Because I watch your stuff and I love watching your stuff, but what have you been working on lately that, project wise?
I finished up a live edge table, which I have listed for sale. I found a used CNC last summer, which kind of really helped with, I started out doing charcuterie boards when I started this Woodworkers versus Cancer project, and I had never made a charcuterie board in my life. So I'd been woodworking for like 18 years and never did one. So, but those are good things for gifts, and they just took off. And then, I started doing tables. I've sold 2 waterfall tables with the project, 2 live edge waterfall tables, some end tables, 2 or 3 walnut console tables. So I really enjoy making furniture. That's what I've been doing. That's what I started out with, making bigger stuff. So that's what I enjoy.
Mike, have those sales gone locally, or have you shipped those tables?
I haven't shipped the live edge console table that I have. I put that I might ship it, but I don't know, because it has the hairpin legs. I might be able to take them off, but it's cool. And what's cool about the table that's available right now is when the St. Jude film crew came to my shop, I actually flattened that table while they filmed me.
Oh my God.
So there's a lot of cool meaning behind that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's, it looks cool. I mean, with the bow ties and everything, I was happy how that turned out.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
If you need a pallet and a crate, I have one. You can just have it.
Okay.
It's probably a little big for that table, but it's in my way.
Just stuff a couple extra tables in there and ship it to my address, all right?
Just 75 rolls of bubble wrap, just shoved into this thing.
Yeah. A dump truck full of peanuts in it.
That's right.
Okay, so
TJ, you know what? I haven't heard anybody talk about shellac on Sawdust Talk for a while.
This is true. It has been a minute since we talked about what is probably one of the greatest substances on planet Earth.
Yeah, I still use it a lot. I mean, not as much when I do the wax oil finishes, but like when I'm doing CNC to seal stuff, if I'm gonna color what I carve or whatever, it's just great at sealing the wood. There's just so many uses for it.
The discussion recently was in the chat for the Royal Order of Wood Turners. We were talking about firming up punky wood, and how you can thin out your shellac and get it to penetrate a little bit, and then put more shellac on, because one coat of shellac was never enough shellac. And as long as you're making sure that you're using it wax free or de-waxed, if you're a Zinsner, fan.
Oh, it's Zinsser Seal Coat.
Yeah. The one
Yep.
with the pink label is the one that's been de-waxed. And you can cake that on pretty thick and it'll firm up your punky wood and you can get back to turning and getting a nice finish. It's a cool little trick.
Yeah. So when that came out, you could buy a gallon of that, 2-pound cut of the wax shellac for like $17 at Menards. But now it's probably like 40, and that's like I can't even make it that cheap buying the flakes and the denatured alcohol myself. So
yeah, well, the 2023 dollars are always really exciting to spend. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, shellac is the reason why M&Ms initially melted in your mouth and not in your hands. Like it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know why we always end up on shellac talk.
I just had to do it because I think when I got on in July, that was the first thing he asked me. I was like, no way. I didn't think anybody on Instagram talked about shellac.
Just to interject, Mike, can you read the ticker that's going across the bottom of the screen?
Yeah. Okay. It says it just started. Makers for St. Jude officially at 11K. Yeah.
Hey!
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Way to go, Chad.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Whoever donated, thanks a lot.
That's
our turtle friend got us over there. Hannah.
Oh, was that Mary?
Old D Miller.
Oh, David. Yes, he is our turtle friend. Thank you, David, for doing that. He is the main turtle guy now. I think I could pass the torch to him.
Yeah, thanks.
But yeah,
I mean,
so we get. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I mean, it's so cool. The founder of St. Jude said that he would rather have 1 million people donate $1 than one person donate $1 million, because that way you have 1 million people involved. And that's why I started that. It's small now, and the word's slowly spreading, but hopefully next year we can make it bigger and just keep growing. And I always tell people, even donating $10 matters, because it adds up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it does. No doubt about that.
When I remember last year around December, I mean, we were scraping the end of the timeline just to get to 10K, and you hit it last year, didn't you?
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
And it was like the last couple days.
It might have been right around Christmas or something. So, yep.
And here now
I
we're a month
posted on
ahead.
Instagram, and a couple of people donated, and I think it was actually Daniel Dunlap that got me over that. So, a local guy.
So now we're a month ahead this year, and then next year we'll hit 10K in like beginning in November, and then pretty soon it's gonna be like January. That 10K is not gonna be a big enough number. You're gonna have to pump it up.
Yeah.
Rookie numbers.
Yeah. And I thought about raising the goal this year once I hit 10K, but I'm like, we'll just leave it at 10, because then we've hit the goal. Because then if I raise it to 12 and we don't hit it, then it's like kind of looks like we didn't hit our goal. So we'll do that. But next year we'll have to decide how big we make it, but maybe start at 12.
Heck, okay, so we're at 11K, like on the live. So what if we started giving away some of those prizes that you've got?
Let's do it.
What do you think about that?
Let's rock and roll.
All right. So what this is I got a bunch of businesses to donate prizes, and we got a lot of great prizes. I mean, we have $2,500 in prizes, and all the makers that did a raffle or sold something, or even just donated $100 or more, they get a ticket into the raffle. And what it is if you raised $100, you get 1 ticket. $200, you get 2 tickets. If you hit 300, you get 3 tickets plus 2 bonus ones. So, the more you raise, the more tickets you get. So we're going to jump into this, and we're going to give away some prizes.
Yay. This is fun. And the giveaways were amazing that makers donated. It was so cool to see the different, just cool projects and awesome gifts that were donated. And people were pumped. Who was the company who did the, looked like a little child's
little planet puzzle?
Yes, the planet puzzle. I
Oh,
love
that was Wattlewood Creations. That was
So-
Tiffany. Yeah, she was the very first one to do it, and she is
Yeah.
just awesome.
I loved that. That was
Yeah.
fun. It was so fun just to see all the different gifts. What were some of the different giveaways on there? I know there was a Regal Street hat holder.
Yep. Yeah, so Lee did a custom dual hat rack that I think had the Makers for St. Jude logo on it. And then there was Josh from Barrel Proof. He did he does this art, and he uses, I think, like glue and paper or whatever. It's pretty interesting how he does that. So there's a lot of unique things, and I'm looking forward to next year, because I think next year we can get a lot of different people. And so,
Yeah.
All right. So can you see the sign, the screen now?
Screen.
Okay, let me try it. It says it's sharing my.
I don't see your screen in my little list of things I can click on.
Of course, it worked when we
did our practice round.
Exactly.
Always works on the practice round. TJ, while we figure this out, can you do your rendition of Alicia's Keys, This Girl's on Fire? Just a little background music.
Do you guys have a local chain of restaurants called Crushed Red in your neighborhood? Have you guys ever heard of this? They're a salad place, and they kind of make every salad a chopped salad. Like they beat it up really good before it goes into the bowl for you. One of the salads that they have at this place is called Pear on Fire, because it's got jalapenos and candied pears in it. But I can't order this salad without singing "This pear is on fire," and like every time, like it's a moral imperative. I have to do it. But yeah, so that's where that story was going. But
it's a moral
I know that secretly you just want me to start reciting the lyrics to Cisco's thong song. But that's just not going to happen.
That's Workbench Con. I will get it.
Yeah.
I will get what I want.
Yeah. No, you'll get the thong song, and if you're really lucky, maybe Kiss from a Rose on the Gray.
Okay, so it says I'm sharing my screen, but are you still seeing me?
I just see you.
Do you guys need me to drop off so that you can have an extra screen like in rehearsal?
I don't think so, because that's never been a thing before.
No, it hasn't. But...
Hold on, give me a sec. Let's see if this does it. Nope. We just need...
Is there like a little flippy thing for you, Mike?
No, it actually says it's sharing, which is weird. Choose content to share in its window.
Good old Restream Studio.
Yep, it says it's sharing right now.
Boys and girls, we need to make sure that we discuss the fact that Sawdust Talk is going to be turning 100 episodes old in the not too distant future.
No way! Yes.
Wow.
4 months away.
Where are we, Braden? You think we're 3 weeks, 4 weeks away? January. This is 4th.
January 4th. The first episode in 2024 will be our 100th episode.
Too bad New isn't a Wednesday. That would be a fun.
Too bad we couldn't just like definitely make sure that we weren't there and nobody wanted to watch because they were busy doing New Year's Eve stuff.
It'd have to be like a cheersing, like get on and cheers us. Cheers us with something.
Well, I bet everybody would make time if they knew that we had Nick Offerman as our guest for our 100th episode.
No, you're not.
No, we're not. That's
we're not. But I love the facial expressions.
I almost just lost it. Oh my god, I would have showed up. He's like a 2-hour drive from me. I would have shown up and been like, "Hey, I know you." I'd have showed up.
I'm gonna re-enter. Should I try re-entering the restream, Braden?
Yeah, let's try that once, and then if that doesn't work, then we'll just we trust you. We can spin the wheel.
Yeah.
I'll do the spin the wheel motions.
There we go.
He just makes furniture and donates it all to St. Jude. So Jude's gonna do that. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna screw anyone on this little wheel of names. I think he's pretty trustworthy. The only guy I know who every single piece of furniture he makes, he donates every single dime to St. Jude's. Like, what a guy. I've never met someone like that. It's fantastic. It's amazing.
So,
Braden.
Hannah, do you know the address of the hidden workshop for Mr.
It's not
Offerman?
hidden. It's on his website.
Well,
He has a shop.
To find or visit him, I imagine.
Is Nick Offerman sponsored? Does he have surf prep tools, or is he just like hand sand every single thing he's ever made?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he hand sands everything. Yeah, I don't know if he knows who. Would love it if he did. My friend actually bought me for my birthday. And here's the deal. I have so many good buddies who make amazing wood products and things I could use around my house that I love and appreciate helping and supporting my friends. My good friend Chelsea bought me a whiskey holder thing from Nick Offerman, and it was like a $400 thing. And the entire, I'm going to have to send you a picture of it. Yeah, it's not. I messaged them and let them know the quality was not that great, and they never responded to me. But oh well.
Something you trash talked the Nick Offerman product to Nick Offerman.
Well, I just said, hey, I would hope that you guys had some better quality. I would hope you would have some quality control when someone pays $400 for a piece of whiskey holder thing. Do you like?
All right, so it's working.
Okay. Mike, what were you doing? Go back. Yep, there we go.
I figured I'd wait for him to paste in all the names because I don't think that it's Charles, Beatriz, Allie, Dia.
A specific prize, and only these people wanted that prize, right, Mike? Oh, maybe I'm crazy.
I think you're just making things up.
I'm known for that sometimes. Okay, so what's the first prize?
We locked? We loaded? Yeah, what's the prize?
I think we lack audio, or is that just me?
Oh, yeah, we can't hear you, Mike.
Can you hear me now?
I can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you now.
All right. It said audio abruptly stopped. So,
It was abrupt.
All right. So I'm going to spin it. So here's the deal. I contacted people and I let them pick their top, 3 or 4 prizes because in case that way, if they win, if their prize is available, they get that. So I'm going to start. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's start. Boom. First one.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that was a drum roll.
That was a wonderful drum roll.
All right. So Wattlewood Creations is the first winner.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
want
see
to
what-
talk about serendipity.
That's cool.
And she wanted the ISO tunes was her first choice.
Yay. ISO tunes. What a great prize. That's so rad.
Yep.
ISO Tunes, ear protection for in the shop for the distinguished maker. ISO Tunes.
So now, yep. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to go through and let everybody win once. There's going to be a couple people that win twice because we have that many prizes. So I'm going to remove all instances of Wattlewood. And now we're going to spin again. Oh, I got to wait for that to go away, I guess.
Yeah.
There we go. Spin 2.
Where'd the noise go?
Oh, Braden's drum roll laugh is getting tired already.
So Regal Street Wood Shop. And I think I know what.
Hey.
He won a double hat rack. That would be really funny. I would laugh at that.
So Lee is going to Workbench Con.
Booyah!
Yeah, buddy.
That is a great prize. That's super rad.
Yep, and I want to thank all these. Workbench Cons was great. ISO Tunes, all these people that donated prizes. I contacted them, and they're like, "Absolutely, we want to be a part of this. Thanks for contacting me." So these businesses have been so gracious and helping us out. So
Totally.
all right, the next one. So we're gonna remove Lee. He's going to Workbench Con.
Bye.
Didn't he?
Bye,
Did he
Lee.
win? Did he win something for Workbench Con last year, like through Klingspor Woodworking Shop?
He seems like a winner kind of guy. He could have won.
Oh.
All right. So Daniel Taylor said he doesn't care. So we actually have 2 Carbon Method gift certificates. So Daniel is going to have one of the Carbon Method gift certificates. So
Yay!
yeah,
That's
congratulations. And thank you, Carbon Method.
That's
So
all
we're
right.
going to remove him.
No more rust or spots on Daniel's gear.
And I think they also are now making a ceramic coat topping for finishes. So
No.
According to Cam from Blacktail Studios, they are.
all right, so barrel proof. Let's see what. All right, so he's Rockler.
Awesome.
Yep.
Unlike
And
Adam Barnett, who is not
Yeah,
affiliated.
Adam Barnett has. The funny thing is I listened to another woodshop podcast with him on it, and he was talking about people saying just contact companies and all that, trying to get them. And so that's what I just started doing. And I contacted him, and he's been great helping me out. He's given me a lot of advice and, obviously helped me with the Rockler connection. So Adam, he's a great guy.
So rad.
He's fine. He's fine.
All right. The wheel's getting smaller.
The chances are looking pretty hot for all these folks.
Oh no, this has to be a scam.
Oh,
That dude
wait,
sucks.
Little Bug
He's-
Woodworking.
who
Obviously,
He's
this is
the
rigged.
worst.
the heck would
So
let that guy win?
all right, so he's getting the Wood Whisperer Guild package, which is 3 of the classes and 2 of Mark Spagnolio's book. So I've had several of his video plans. I built my workbench from that, TJ, my Rubo workbench. So that's a great prize. So Braden, you're gonna like that.
I'm
Yeah,
really excited
Mark
to finally
recently
be a
moved
real
to the
woodworker.
outskirts of St. Louis, and every once in a while he has wood sales, and so I've been able to wing by the shop and give him a high five and hide my
Yeah.
stickers all through his workshop. He
Nice.
Yeah, it's
finds
kind of
them.
crazy. Nobody would think that an old fire station would become a woodworking shop, but it works, right?
Yeah,
I actually always think a fire station would make an awesome. Like, I want to live in an old firehouse,
You
real
just want-
bad.
Oh,
you just want
Yes,
us to call you
absolutely.
if we need our ghosts busted. Also, that's what this is all about.
All right, we got Nick Brim. We got 2 local people just winning right here.
hey.
From the wrong side of the river.
Oh no! So Nick Brim, his top 3 were Workbench Con, ISO Tunes, and Rockler. So now we got to pick something for him.
Stinks to be you, Nicholas Brim.
You know what? I think we'll give him a Glimpse Inside $200 gift certificate. So Chris from A Glimpse Inside, he was another great person. He's actually also made custom push sticks that he's selling in the store and selling those for to donate to St. Jude. So he's actually doing both ends. He's actually donated a prize for the makers, and he's actually making stuff to sell for it. So I mean, if you need anything for shop organization or whatever, make sure you check out A Glimpse Inside, because the stuff he does is awesome.
And if you really like Chris, he is going to be a guest on Sawdust Talk in January.
Nice. Yeah.
I can't wait for him to tell me. He has no hold downs for his CNC. Everything just cuts so precisely that it's not held down at all. It just stays in place and doesn't explode.
That sounds like a Chuck Norris joke, dude.
No, it's dead serious. It's how he does it. It's all trammed so well, and he has his speeds and feeds set up to where he doesn't have to, like, there's no vacuum table, there's no tape and glue, there's nothing. It's freaky.
Yeah, that's like TJ doesn't actually turn on his lathe. He just chucks up the wood and dares it to not become a bowl.
That's an idea. You could just start chucking tools at it while it's spinning and just see what happens.
There you go.
All
Oh,
right.
wait. Melvin
Reuter. Yep. So let's see what. So Total Boat. So yeah, Melvin Reuter. I think his real name's Ryan, but he's in Vegas and he makes some really cool cutting boards. Does inlays using epoxy and stuff. So
Nice.
this will be perfect for him. Yep.
Very
I just
nice.
almost tagged Kristen
what was
instead
the,
of the Total
what was
Boat
the Total
account.
Boat kit?
So the Total Boat is 1 gallon of tabletop epoxy cups, hat, and so it's worth about $100.
Nice. A 1 gallon kit's great.
Yeah. So
No.
Yep. Thanks a lot to Total Boat, and they're big in the community too. They do a lot to help people out.
TJ, I think you misheard. It's a 1 gallon tabletop cup. It's just one cup. It's just a really big cup.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then like 3 gallons, but just hardener.
Okay.
All right, Against the Grain,
Fine.
and he's another local guy. He's in Lincoln,
Oh.
so he donated a Nebraska sign. Raffled that off. And he wants the tools today. So with the tools today, let me find it. Oh, he gets a package of an Amana CNC bits and a hat.
Dude, awesome.
Very rad.
Yep.
Everybody needs a new hat.
That's worth $150. So that's all
a heck
these
of a hat.
prizes are great. So, but yep. Thanks to Tools Today for donating.
We're running out of names here.
How many more?
I know.
Oh, my buddy Robert. Oh no.
Psych!
Oh, 1,000 miles.
That's Joe. Joe's the one that makes the best dog food raised stands on Etsy.
Of them. They are beautiful, walnut, and they are the most beautiful dog bowl stands on the entire planet. I cannot handle it. The best quality.
All right, so yeah, his top 3 were taken. So we'll give him the Real Milk Paint Company. Yeah, that'd be good for him. So that's a $200 gift certificate to Real Make. Yeah, and they make wood finishes, and they have actually milk paints and everything else. So Tiffany from Waterwood, she was the one that she uses them a lot and said contact them. They're good at supporting, and so thanks to Real Milk Paint.
Very cool.
All right,
We have people in the chat. We have people in the chat saying to add your name in. So I'm telling them, look, you've got 30 seconds to donate $100 to St. Jude's.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Robert Sandstrom, and he was the one that got us to 10,000. So when I posted that we were like less than 200 away from hitting 10,000, he just donated. So that which was just awesome. So
Rob's my buddy. He lives pretty close to me, so he comes to the Surf Prep warehouse every now and again just to say. He's always trying out our products, giving us feedback, and he's a great friend of ours.
So I'm gonna do the walrus oil for him. So Walrus Oil donated a $100 gift certificate.
Nice, he'll love
Good
that.
job, Dave. Yeah, we
Do you
had
guys
Dave
know
on the show at the beginning of this year, I think, and great guy.
Are you guys aware of just how many Instagram accounts show up if you start typing the word walrus, and all of them are black and white logos?
No.
There's got to be some copyright lawyer out here that some ambulance chaser trademark guy. I found your next target.
Okay,
I wonder
what
who's going to
happens
win this
when we
spin.
spin the wheel again?
So Scott from Big Dog's Workshop is the last one, and I'm going to give him the George Supply Company because he does a lot with them. So that'll be perfect.
Nice. Very cool.
Yep.
You had it all.
So
George
what we have
Supply.
left now is we have the mullet $100 gift certificate left, and then also one more carbon method. So what I'm going to do is paste everybody in here, and it's going to be a free for all.
Awesome.
Yeet.
Little arm.
I
Do
feel.
any have the mullet arm?
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
so
it's $100. I haven't had a mullet since college, but I need a mullet now.
I'm sure
That's
DJ
a French haircut, right? The mulet.
And so let's see here. What was left?
Fragile sounds French.
Mm-hmm.
So he won the first carbon method. So that Taylor's going to get
Getting a mullet.
the mullet gives her. Yep.
very cool.
Yep.
I
And then we're
believe
going to
that-
remove that. And here's the last spin.
I believe contractually he has to also grow a mullet to get his mullet.
It makes sense.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Oh.
All right. So
There we go.
So Tiffany, gets the second carbon method gift certificate. So
We-
yeah,
What
thanks
are
to all these. I just want to thanks to all these companies for donating all these prizes. I mean, that $2,500 in prizes is just incredible, especially when this is our first year doing it, and the Makers for St. Jude started out with 0 followers on Instagram. So for these companies to do this and help us out, it's just so awesome.
What are you guys at right now, Mike?
I would have to. You know what? Let's go
Let's check it
because I'm
out.
sharing my screen.
And for everyone watching, if you're watching live or watching later, make sure to follow Makers for St. Jude and
Yep.
make
And
answer too.
oh, okay. So it looks like it stopped sharing my screen, or can you see
I
my
pulled it off.
browser?
Here, give me a second.
Boop.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
If you're listening to this in an audio only format, you're going to have to use your word pictures, your
All
brain
right, so-
pictures.
Our website, makersforstjude.org, has all the information. These here on the right here, these are actual St. Jude patients. Here's makers that participated. But if you go to the fundraiser, and then here's the Childhood Cancer Challenge, which we just finished. But
Yeah.
Here's our awesome sponsors, Sawdust Talk and Surf Prep. And then here were all the prizes that we had. So you can learn a lot just by going to the website. But I'm going to go to the fundraiser right now. And it's at $11,097.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Who would have
Yeah. So
Makers pulled together and raised that for kids fighting cancer in their families? So amazing.
yeah. It's been fun, and I've met a lot of great people, and so I'm just looking forward to next year. And
True.
I think and who knows, we still might be able to hit 12,000 this year.
Yeah.
And
I bet.
Hannah, what you did with Surf Prep raffling something as a business, I never even thought of that. There's a lot of things I don't think of, so that's why I always ask for feedback and advice. But I think I want to try to get more companies to do that.
Yeah.
Because
I'll let all my buddy companies know. I mean, let's do that. I think that
yeah,
could all make it happen for sure.
yeah. I mean, it's probably a long shot, but it'd be cool to have one company do that per month.
Yes. I don't think that's a
So-
long at all. I think we can make
Yeah.
it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's if we all come together, and that's here. If you look at just all these donors here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
these are and just look at all these people that have donated, and that's a lot of those have donated to other makers that started fundraisers. So just incredible. I mean, this is just great. And like a lot of people know, St. Jude doesn't charge anybody a penny. The children there, the parents never get a bill. They take care of the parents also. They fly the parents there if they need to. They give them lodging. So, you know, the parents don't have to worry about anything either. So what they do is just incredible. And they share all the research they do internationally. So whatever they learn, they share with the world. So everybody benefits from it. I never had my treatments at St. Jude or anything 51 years ago. So, but there's a lot of people that, you know, have benefited from it without going to the hospital.
100%.
So when you showed like all the people that donated and everything, there's kind of an interesting thing about St. Jude's and like how you can fundraise with them too. And like we've done this with Sawdust Talk, but you can set up your own St. Jude's, like your own fundraising page for like your organization, for your company, for your workshop, you know, whatever you want. And it can actually all funnel up into the larger Makers for St.
Right.
Jude
Yep. So here's
fundraiser.
Exactly. So here's Surf Prep's fundraiser right here. And there's our $2,260 they raised. But if you see here, they're under the Makers for St. Jude, which is the group fundraiser. And I'm also under the Makers for St. Jude group fundraiser. So yeah, so what it is you have your own fundraiser. You can fundraise however you want, and you get 100% credit for it. But then it's also under the Makers for St. Jude group fundraiser. So that's kind of the total of everybody together.
Yep.
And, you know, that's the thing is people donate directly to it, and nobody collects money. I mean, it goes directly to St. Jude. So when you actually enter a raffle or whatever, that's tax deductible.
Yep. Made it really easy for us as a company who was involved in it. It was very easy.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, that's kind of the end goal here for all of this, is to dodge as much taxes as we can.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
First from Braden.
Financial advice. You heard it here first.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
Reiterate real quick again. Braden, I don't think without this platform, I don't think I would have met Mike, and I don't know if this would have snowballed into what it is today. And it was so amazing to see that you kind of were the catalyst to get this all rocking and rolling, and for you and Mike to just introduce each other to our brand and other great brands. So thanks again for doing that and being the catalyst for this. You're amazing.
Yeah. Thanks for, you know, kind of jump starting. And Braden was the one that asked me if I wanted to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braden, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, one side. No, Braden's the one that asked me if I wanted to be on Sawdust Talk to start promoting it. So, yep, that was great. And
yeah, so cool.
Yep. Yeah. So July 27th, we were at $4,587. And that's when I said, we're going to hit 10,000. And believe me, I was scared. I was like, oh, I got to work hard to get this. So, but yeah.
So in 4 months, you raised about $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's through that childhood cancer challenge that somebody, I don't know who it was, if you or TJ knew who brought up that idea, but I was like, childhood cancer challenge, let's do it. And, you know, that was like, you know, beginning of August, and September was Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So it just worked out perfect. So, yeah, I mean, I might try to do maybe a brief 1 month thing, maybe in March or whatever, just because, you know, I'm a hobby woodworker, and when spring comes, I'm not in the shop as much. And I think, you know, other people are that way, but maybe something to have a spring event and then still do the big childhood cancer challenge for 3 months in the fall.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. I mean, I think having just an entire year to dedicate to the challenge and to the project, not just by yourself. And that's right. The incredible part here is up until July, August, you've been raising all of this money just by yourself. And it's really cool that now you'll be able to get support and you'll be able to get the help from the community. And that's one of the great things about making is the community. I mean, it's fun cracking jokes and roasting each other, but at the end of the day, like, if anybody needs help, that's one of the things that I've seen time and time again is the community will always pull together to help people out. And I think we're seeing that with this project. So I can't wait to see
Yeah.
what happens next year with a full year of support with this community.
Yeah, I've learned a lot with this,
One-
how to do the raffles and everything. So learn some, and so it'll be better organized next year. So I'm looking forward to it. And the thing is, St. Jude is well aware of this. They see all the posts and everything, and they said my Kansas City office, they send me messages and all that. So they are very appreciative of what we're all doing.
Mhm. Yeah,
We
that
really like all these.
handwritten note, which was very, very sweet. I know they're busy as heck, but they were grateful for all the companies who are involved. So very, very amazing to hear from them.
Oh yeah, I get handwritten notes all the time. It's just, and it's cool. They take time to write it by hand, and it's so personal.
100%. True.
All right. Well, TJ, we've already kind of closed this out with Mike before. Should we make him come up with something inspirational again, or should we make Hannah do that?
Actually, I feel like we should put Hannah on the spot.
Something inspirational.
Hannah, so at the end of every episode, I like to, not really surprise because I do it pretty much every week, but I ask our guests, and because Mike is a wonderful guest and he's very special, but you get to be our extra special guest tonight,
no.
which is why you're in the hot seat.
Oh no.
No, what I'm looking for is just a reason to convince our listeners or the people watching to kick open the door of their shop, go pick up a tool, go make a mess, go get awesome. And it doesn't have to be about finding peace or making money, but what would you like to share with the kids that are listening to get us rocking and rolling?
As someone who's in the industry but loves and has a respect for what all of you people do as creators and artists, I think just doing it's therapeutic. Go do it this week for therapy. It's crazy out there shopping, Christmas shopping, trying to get all the holiday parties. Just take some time for you. Go get in the shop, get a little dusty, and make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. My 6th grade principal used to say that.
I love it.
And
I love it.
Mike, thank you so much for coming on again. Hannah, thanks for being part of this. We appreciate you guys both. This is awesome. We're really pumped that we got to be part of this as well. So thank you for letting us be part of it.
Yeah, and I really appreciated everything that Sawdust Talk and Surf Prep and all the companies and all the makers have done. I mean, it's amazing if you just look at that donation page, how many people actually were part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I appreciate it, and I know the kids of St. Jude appreciate it.
In the spirit of appreciation, we also need to close out by thanking our sponsors, Surf Prep and George Supply Co. If you need to rub something off from a piece of wood, and if you need to make something stick to something else, either one of them will probably be able to help. Make sure you get the right one, though, because you'll be disappointed if you get the wrong one. You can find old episodes or this episode of Sawdust Talk on every single podcast platform that I have found so far. We're working on PBS, but apparently they want public funding, and we're not part of that. So everywhere else, Spotify, YouTube, the other ones. So go check us out. Make sure you follow Mike. Mike, where can we find you on the internets?
At Woodworker VS versus Cancer, and Instagram, and also on the web, woodworkerversuscancer.org.
Perfect. Give him a follow. You will not regret it.
So go do that, and then make sure you use code SurfPrep, or no, not code SurfPrep. That's silly. Use code Sawdust Talk on surfprepsanding.com to save 10%, or maybe more. Probably not. It's definitely just 10% on your next purchase.
Okay, thank you.
How was that? Is that commercially enough?
That was great.
Dude, you nailed it.
Getting better. Episode 100, you're going to just like nail that. You're going to nail it.
One day I'll write it down and just not wing it every single time. So, all right. Well, in that case, bye everybody that's live. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.